So we're here at the 11 for a special evening. Gerard, Vroomen is in town and gave a little talk on open bikes and 3T. And of course, the Cervelo history is right here, the duo, the dynamic duo from way back, Phil White. So when was the last time you guys saw each other?
A couple months ago? No, that's the North American Hand Build Show.
Oh yeah, I was down there.
Was that February?
Okay,
Yeah.
okay.
Yeah.
So every once in a while you guys have a chance to share a glass, as they say, or have a chat over a bike. So Phil, you've been with Cervelo at Pond for a while, but now that's changed?
Yeah, we both left Cervelo, well, I guess Gerard a little bit before me, but we sold it 5 years ago, and I left and I was doing innovation across their other brands as well, which I thought was pretty fun, but left about 6 months ago, I guess.
Okay, so now you're in free fall, or whatever they say. and so
Free agent, I would say, rather than free fall.
Very good, very good. It's a much better handle.
See my agent here.
Very good. And so Gerard, Open and 3T are the two entities that you're still involved with?
Yep.
And so you had a little chat here tonight at the 11. How did that go?
Well, I know you have to ask the people here. I was having an okay time, so I hope other people liked it as well. So.
Well, I caught some of the conversation, and you handled some tough questions very well. So what do you got? You guys have any plans to do anything together? If I can ask that crazy question.
Not directly, but I mean, we always chat, so who knows, right? So he's doing his thing, and it's not that related to what I'm doing, but who knows what the future holds. So.
Very good, very good.
Tuned. You'll hear it first, Benjamin.
What's
or
that?
last, one of the two.
No, it's funny, we get together at Interbike, we also met, and we were in someone's booth, and someone was saying, what do you think about this? And I was saying, oh, I was just talking about that. We had kind of very, very similar ideas on this area, so it's funny how we can be apart for 5 years and still think the same.
We've been misformed for the rest of our lives. Yeah.
Delusional together.
So one of the interesting things I was telling Phil earlier when I came up, I was driving up, I was thinking about you guys, because of course I do remember the first show, the first bike show in Toronto. I think it was still run by the CSGA in those days. And you guys set up your first booth, and lo and behold, like years later, do you guys ever just sort of stop and pinch yourselves and go, wow, you were talking a little bit about the Cervelo brand, and you still see it on bikes, and it's a pretty amazing story.
Well, while you're in it, you don't stop and look back, right? You never do. You just I don't know, the momentum just keeps you going forward, so you don't really stop and realize that it's anything special, or it's just what you do, right?
Right.
So it's only later that you go like, yeah, it's that was a pretty amazing run, and you don't often get a chance to experience that and shape it yourself, right? And it's Phil and myself, and of course also Heath here at the 11, right? I mean, he was our first sales manager, for better or worse.
There you go.
And look at this, right? So
yes.
It's and there's a lot of Cervelo alumni that have spread out over the world, and so that's kind of cool, right? That it's part of this sort of wave.
Yeah, I was going to say probably in every corner that you go, almost every country, doesn't matter. There's a Cervelo story happening there that people sort of when the brand first hit, and all of a sudden it becomes an icon brand there as well.
Yeah, I think you were mentioning before, we looked at kind of all the Canadian brands that have come along in the last few years. So maybe it's something that maybe we helped push on Canadian brands, but certainly, I mean, when we started, like no one would have thought you'd buy a great road race bike from a Canadian company. It was like maybe mountain bikes, but not a world-class road race bike. So
it showed people that it was possible, right? So
yes. There's no question that you guys started that big wave, that took the giant step across the water, and I think it probably helped riders as well. I mean, I think Canadian sort of know-how, or Canadian riders have always been strong, but I think on the sort of frame building side, we didn't have so much of a name, but obviously.
Yeah, for the local market, obviously, we always had Marinoni and brands like that for forever and ever, right? But certainly on the world stage. It was Canadian was not as well represented as it is today, certainly. Yeah,
that's for sure. And now there seems to be just a constant sort of flow of people trying to get out there. Argon is up there, Garneau, and so it's nice to see that we made some headway. So when you're in town here, Gerard, how long are you here for?
This time 5 days, just visiting family, my wife's family.
So will you guys try and do any riding together, maybe?
Have you looked outside?
Get a snowplow first.
It's true. One of my amigos in Quebec was telling me that there a big snowstorm, and I remember, emailing somebody that was -12 in Alberta with snow flurries on Easter weekend. So there you go.
There you go. There you have your answer.
Any skiing in your blood, guys?
Yeah, I was skiing like a month ago in Vermont, so it's I was skiing, but more cross country. It's more the downhill variety. But
well, that would be very funny to see you guys get together after a length of time going for a ski as opposed to a bike ride.
Well, I think actually one thing about leaving Cervelo, I think both of us found that you're riding more. That was one thing I wish
we
did
couldn't
more.
ride any less, so yeah, we're definitely riding more. So.
Well, very good. Well, such a pleasure to spend some time together with you guys at the 11 tonight, and we wish you all the best going forward, and always good stories coming from you two guys and the Cervelo band, so all the best going forward.
Well, thanks, Benjamin, and thanks also to all your viewers for supporting us over the years. So, of course, we couldn't have done it without our customers. So,
there you go. Congrats.